What up is real with the Y.O.W podcast. That's right, 𝑦𝑒𝑟 𝑂𝑓. Check this out. We here. Got my man David Harper in this thing, man. Get sharp images. Hey, look, I created a platform for folks to come in and express themselves on how they've been inspired to win and how they look at life, from perspective measures and saying, hey, I never lost. I never took an L. I've always won. It's just whatever I felt I lost actually wasn't for me. It was something greater coming along. I have the privilege of being able to interview David Harper. I've known this man for decades. And we keep it 100 every time we hang around each other, every time. I mean, since we were kids, right? I mean, this man is a great father. He's an amazing friend. He's an amazing son. I mean, this dude is a pillar in the community. He gives so much back and never really expects anything in return. And that's facts. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it for TV. That's not what we're doing, right? Without further ado, enough about me. I want to just shoot it over to David, man. How you doing, man? I appreciate you giving me your time today, man, this evening. And like we said, we just gonna keep it authentic, man. How
man, my man ran. We blessed, man. We blessed. 2021. It's the year of wins. Last year was the year of wins. Before that was the year of wins. Before that was the year of wins. Before that was the year of wins. And we're gonna keep on winning.
Exactly.
And doesn't stop, man. It's all about mindset. You know what I'm saying? No matter what position you in life, you could be at your lowest mentally and then be winning. It's mindset is everything. It ain't about perception, it ain't about your money, where you live at, your car, nothing. It's about your mind state. Separates the losers from the winners.
Exactly.
I'm Dave Hart. This is my barbershop. We in my barbershop right now. I've been knowing my guy Rand now. I don't want to say, but it's some decades though.
Good long time.
That's my little bro, and I've seen him just continue to win. Continue to motivate, continue to inspire, continue to be inspired, continue to lead. And I'm glad and blessed to be here with you right now, Rand. You already know it's a brotherhood with us. Doing since day one, it's day one day.
Day one day.
It's always been day one with us. Together, we always talk about what we can do, get to that next step, how we can win. So it's a blessing, and I'm proud to be here, glad to be here. Let's let them have it.
Hey man, look, so again, man, if y'all don't know this dude, this guy has started grassroots. I remember getting cuts from him in other people's shops. I remember him having the curly hair with the taper. I saw the B2K braids with the long, nice hair. You know what I'm saying? You got that good stuff. You see, got the salt and pepper with the gray and the black in that thing, right? I want to get there one day.
Yeah.
We said, hey, and first off, don't be trying to roast me because I still be trying to get the cut right here to see if I can grow my beard. It's not gonna ever.
It ain't coming. It ain't coming, man. But
I can live through you though. I can live through you, right? So
you still gonna win regardless. You gonna win.
I'm gonna win regardless.
You gonna win with no beard though.
Hey, hey, look. I got to tell y'all something though about this man. I remember coming and getting my first haircut from him. I remember coming out of that thing like, what the heck? Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Point is,
you
go in there feeling like you're a lost child, like you ain't had no dad who took you to the barbershop, but you had a mom struggling and gonna get you there, or had a friend that can cut your hair and had to line up to the side and here. Man, I came up out of that thing looking like $1 million and 99 cents after Dave cut me. And that's real life. I call this man the heart surgeon because he coming in doing surgery on the heart of my head because my head was looking rough. Anyway.
I ain't gonna boast. I'm not gonna boast. I'm gonna stay humble. But when somebody gets in my chair, man, right? When you get in my chair, I want you to win. I want you to leave my chair, step out that door, and start winning. I mean, if you single, you're gonna be getting married. If you're looking for a job, you're gonna be a CEO. I look at my haircuts, my experience in that chair is to help you grow. It's to help you win. I mean, I've never had somebody get in my chair, and I'm speaking facts. Get in my chair and leave out, unsatisfied.
Right.
Because even if they wasn't with the cut, the conversation was, it was like, let's go win.
Man,
let's go win. Let's go build.
what it sounds like is that not only are you giving amazing haircuts, right, and you're utilizing the gifts and the wins that you've been given, right, but you also are being able to inspire other people and motivate other people with chair talk, barber talk, what have you, right?
Definitely.
You giving them gems to be left to leave with.
It's a ministry, you know. It's a ministry in itself, you know. I mean, I've been cutting hair for a long time now, over 20 years, you know. And I've grown through my craft. Like you said, I started off in somebody else's kitchen, whoever kitchen, you know, whoever porch, whoever front yard, extension cord, wherever, you know. And then I moved up and was in my garage and flipped it all out to be the classic, call it the classic, you know. But in my head though, I was thinking about this win. I was thinking about, okay, even though I'm starting here on my friend porch, I'm gonna have this shot. I'm gonna win, regardless. I ain't taking no losses.
None.
You know, and even situations where it may appear as lost, and I may have been lost. I still kept this win right here at the front of my feet every day, jumping up like I'm trying to get that shot.
Man,
not only a shot, I'm trying to go past that, but I'm trying to win.
Right, man. You know one thing, we're still gonna win.
We're gonna work on that.
You
still winning.
We'll work that out. It's about. But one of the things that I love about you is that you persevere through it regardless of how it looked, right?
Yeah.
And one thing I also know about you too is that you also know how to draw. And a lot of people don't know that. I know that though, because we're thinking way back. People just think that the pencil ship is with, you know, just the sharp edges of your clippers, right? Or your edgers. But I also know at the end of the day that you really know how to put art on some canvas too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right. You know, the thing is, that's where it started for me, really. You know, and you know, being an artist, I never take it seriously. You know, I never really was like, I want to be an artist, because I didn't see what I thought artist gonna be was, you know, being in the museum and painting. I just didn't see that lifestyle for myself.
Right.
What I didn't know was God was crafting me to be a barber. Because he was giving me the tools early on. I'm talking about grade school. I'm drawing stuff, doing graffiti, all kinds of stuff. It's really giving me the tools that I will use later on in life when I'm doing now. You know, when designs first hit 2006, 7, 5, I was at the top of my game because I was the head of the class. I had been drawing. You know, I had been an artist, you know, and I had been passionate about that craft. So when people started saying, put Daffy Duck in my head, I was like, I was doing that in 3rd grade. Here we go. You know, and barbering, you know, has become an art form. Before it was a trade, you know, but now I look out there, and because social media and the ability to learn so fast, and for kids to be able to get the material and learn, it's becoming an art form, you know, and to me, it's always been my art form, you know, and I see artists now who embrace that early on in their career. I'm an artist. I've been doing this. Now I'm going to cut hair and use my art. If I would have known that I was going to be a barber when I was in 3rd grade, I would have been cutting you in 4th. Believe that, you know?
Yeah, one thing I will say, man, is, again, I don't want to sound redundant with it, but it just really sounds like you really are working in your gift, man. Like, but folks don't know that you got a lot of other gifts, right? They just know you're a barber, you know, and you know how to do X, Y, Z. But I know you on a different level, right? Yeah. And I'm grateful to be able to know you, you know, in that capacity. I do want to ask you, man, in regards to your process. We'll open up so you knew that you wanted to have your own shop. You knew where you started from. Like, you know, in every win, there's a process, right? So can you give us a little bit of information on what your process was like opening up your shop? It's just so that folks understand that, yeah, you're a winner, but you still got to do the work.
You definitely got to do the work.
Right.
You know, I knew I wanted a shop, you know, and I had worked in not that many shops, maybe about 4 or 5 shops before I got my own shop. But in each place of business that I worked in, each barbershop I worked in, I took a learning experience, you know, and to look back now on the process, wish I knew what I knew now. People always say that, wish I knew what I knew now. I would go back and do it this way. But I don't forget the process. I don't forget what it took to get me to where I'm at now, you know, and to me, I'm successful because I define my success, you know, and I define my win.
Yeah, I
define that for me, this is a win. That is a stop. I'm gonna keep on going, you know. But when I started, it was I didn't know the process. and I had to go through it. That's why when you said grassroots, you said grassroots. It's right, grassroots, because we started in the roots, and I started in the roots, and going from shop to shop, working for other people, I learned what to do and what not to do. You know, being a businessman, you know, once you get a business, and once you know, a lot of things change for you, because now, you know, you have friendships and you have business, you know, and I had to learn how to separate the two, you know, and people who don't have businesses are entrepreneurs. They don't understand, you know, they think it's all friendship. You know, they think it's all about just friends. Let's make more friends and let's build with friends. No, this is my business. Protect my business. Guard my business. I've been thinking about this win for a long time. So in that process, you know, from shop, I started off with Jamal and Reese.
Man,
you know, two of the highest barbers in the bay, man. Two of the highest barbers in the bay. That was my first barbershop experience. Before that, I was in my garage, and you know, but in my first shop experience, you know, I finished school, went to school with Reese in San Francisco Barber College, and then when we got out, I heard about Maul inheriting the shop, getting the shop from Wilmore. Wilmore was a legend in the hood. Wilmore had a shop over Whiskey Gulch, University Avenue. So I knew it was official. He was the barber that I knew that if I could work with Wilmore or Price, Blackwell, one of them cats.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. So from there, Maul called me like, I got a spot for you, Dave. I'm like, ooh, it was my first shop. Before that, I thought I was going to go into child development or do something else. I didn't know I was going to be a barber. Day one, got in there. It's me, Reese, Maul, Mac Maul, Sweet Reese, so fresh, so clean, and Young Sharp. All right,
killers. Y'all was up in there killing.
This shop,
fire.
This shop was popping. So before that, all you had was Price, Blakely,
the OGs,
Esquire.
It was the OGs. It was all OGs.
Then you had Reasons with Maul and Reese, and we took over. Yeah. You know, we took over. We had a great experience. It was three kings in there, man, doing our thing. You know, and I valued every experience. It was also the first shop I got fired from. The first shop that I got let go from. You know.
Wait.
But the win is coming. The win is coming. Yeah. The win is coming. Wasn't a loss.
It wasn't a loss.
You know, I was running around the streets, messing up and stuff. And Maul, rest in peace, Maul came to me and said, Dave, this is my shop, Dave. He was a little older than me, too. He had started from grassroots. It's my first shop, Dave. You got police coming up in here. You got all kind of ruckus going on, riffraff running through here. I got to let you go. Let you go. I'm 24 years old. It's my first job. In that moment, I'm in tears. I'm like, nah, you know, I'm crying. Maul say, nah, Dave, you're going to be successful. You good. You good. For real, you're going to be successful. From that day on, I cut the riffraff out. I learned to separate my personal from my business. You know, and from that day on, I ran it like a business. You know, wasn't no more hanging out. Wasn't no more, you know, no more riffraff pretty much. This is my business and I care about it the same way Maul cared about his.
Right.
You know, from that point on, I went to, that shop had closed. I went to a shop in East Palo Alto. It was my own little establishment. That was good. Another step up to the top. You know, from there, took a totally different career path. Moved to Tennessee. And I knew a guy from Detroit opened up a brand new shop in Franklin, Tennessee, in a predominantly white neighborhood. And in Tennessee, this was unheard of. For a black man from Detroit to open a shop up in a white neighborhood. And I was from California. That's what I was used to. We mix and mingle with anybody, you know, especially from the Bay Area. You know,
check it out.
I was already ready for this. When he told me that, I was like, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm ready. So we opened the shop up in Tennessee, and I took the game I learned from East Palo Alto and the shops I had been at in the Bay Area, took it to Tennessee, and we took over this whole city, man. Now I'm 28 at the time, 28. From that age to the age of 31, we ran a campaign for Classic Sports Barbershop in Franklin, Tennessee that is still unmatched in Tennessee.
Wow.
He's still keeping that train going.
Wow.
You know, I actually couldn't get used to the southern. Tennessee wasn't for me. I had to get back to the Bay and win. I had to get back to the Bay and win.
Get back home.
And when I did, I came to shop in San Carlos, which was great. but I still had that right here.
Yeah.
I had that in my path. I got to get there.
Right.
You know, so when I came to this shop, it was Howard, Norm, and Marcus was working here, you know. Right. And the shape the shop is in now, totally different than when it was when I walked in.
I remember.
But, you know, I came in here, and I mean, it was bad. But Howard, 80th and gave me a chance. Said, Dave, you got this. And from day one, I had so many clients coming through that door. They all was looking like, damn. Yeah. And that was 6 years ago. So I worked under Howard, the owner of the shop, for 2 years. One day I was sitting here in my chair. I was thinking about winning, friend. I was thinking about winning. I was like, I was thinking about winning. I couldn't take it no more because I felt like, you know, I gotta win.
Right.
And this is kind of getting in the way of my win. But how can I make this part of my win?
Right.
I said, Howard, not you outside, Howard. Yeah, Howard's my guy. Howard was 80 years old, but he was my guy. He loved me, you know. And I said, Howard, do you want this shot? And he's like, well, you know, Howard OG, he's I think I've never been asked that before. I just because I want this shot. I want this shot, Howard. He said, I mean, well, I got to talk to my wife about it, but we'll see. So he went home that night, come back the next day, and he said, Dave, watch outside. You know, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm my
you ready to get it?
I'm winning clothes. You know, so he stepped outside. Howard said, talk to my wife about it. When you ready? I said, yesterday, Howard. I was ready yesterday. So within a month, we had put the paperwork together, you know, and dropped the bag off. Once the bag was dropped off, signed the paperwork, and here we are. You know, but in that process, when I got the shop, it was a skeleton what it is now. Yeah. You know, but I look back to when I was on that porch, when I was cutting cats, when I was cutting you. I was sitting there like, ooh, I want the Kobe on my wall. Ooh. Man. I want the James Worthy signed. Ooh. I want the Emmitt Smith signed. Ooh. I want to signed. Right. And I kept it in my mind. I was winning. I kept it out of my mind. So everything I did from that day on, May 1st, 2016, when I got the shot. From that day on, I put all my all into it. I knew it was my chance. I knew it was my chance to win. I had finally been lined up. God finally lined me up and gave me the opportunity, the chance to win. Man. You know, and it's been the same attitude every day. Even in the midst of right now in the pandemic, you know, my fiance will tell you, I don't let up. No. I'm not let up. We can't let up. You know, I'm on her. I'm on myself. I'm on my son. I'm on Levi. I'm on Hayden. You on me? Jr., you know, and we don't stop. You know, and it's that motivation that keeps us going because it's easy to look at what you're doing right now and think it's a loss. Right. It's easy. It's easy to say, oh man, my business been closed for 3 weeks, man. I ain't cut ahead in 2. You know, I'm doing bad, this and that. The rent is due. I'm losing right now. Nah. I'm winning. You know why I ran? Because I wake up to see my son every day, right? Man, that's a win. And you know, the biggest win, I don't say it's because people out there who aren't fathers or aren't parents not know the biggest win to me is my kids. You know, and I couldn't provide for them the way I provide for them without having the shop I'm in right now. Right. So that's why this is a win still. That's why this is a win. Because they see me as a winner. And it's never, I got the shop 2016, I had my son April, a month before I got the shop. You know, and since then, he knows. Daddy don't let up. And he ain't never seen me sweat. Nor has social media seen me sweat. Right. Because it's always been the year of wins. Man, you know? One thing I'm going to say, man, is I really appreciate, first off, your transparency. A lot of people, you know, you get in front of the camera and a lot of people want to kind of deviate away from, you know, being open and being real about stuff. And I think what's important is you've been an entrepreneur and been an entrepreneur a lot longer than I have, right? A young entrepreneur here and being able to give me the game in the chair
telling me, you know, not to give away my time for free types of stuff, and knowing I go hard for everybody, etc. I realized through you speaking, man, how powerful it is, the information that you give them through the process that you've been through, and how you kept the whole little mentality, your lifestyle, and a process of knowing that you're gonna win regardless of what things look like, right? When Maul said you had to go, he wasn't saying it in the matter of saying that you're gonna lose. He was saying you basically you got something else that you got to do, and you're gonna have your own stuff at some point. And now look where you are, bro. So you know I'm a father too, and you've spoken into my life about my son, and you know how hard I go for him, and seeing you be a father the same way, it just gives us something. Like, you have a barbershop, you're an entrepreneur. Not only do you have a barbershop to pass to your son, but you also have information to give him on how to start another business if he wants to. Like, my son helped me start Year of Wins, bro. We sat around the table November 19, 2019, and was like, yo, this is the year of sacrifice. We sacrificed a lot, Micah. And he was like, yeah, Dad. And you said we're winners. And I'm like, damn, Year of Wins.
I heard that.
Bruh, remember? And I'm like, man, it's the Year of Wins. And I was like, we're not taking no losses. It's like, it's wins only. And I started thinking deeper. I was just like, man, came back to you, started talking to you about it. But you were sprinkling stuff in my ear. You're telling me, man, you go so hard for everybody else's stuff. How about go hard for you now? Right?
Facts.
So with that being said, man, I'm grateful that you see, sometimes we don't realize how much impact we have on other people's lives, man. And before I started, and I give credit where credit is due, right? Before I started getting in my mindset or in my heart or in my lifestyle that I was a winner, you had to be in the position that you in without even saying, Year Wins, before the stuff was even created. You was already manifesting that in me, bro. Come on, let's keep it 100 here, bro. We're not doing it for the camera. We're doing it for real life authenticity, just real genuine love. And that's what this is about, bro. That's what this podcast is about.
The greatest gift of everything that we talked about, like everything we did. I mean, like, and this goes for all my friends who are winning. The greatest gift is seeing stuff manifest. Right. Like, seeing our dreams in motion. Like seeing the reality, like for what it is and what we said it was going to be. Right. And also just, even though we don't get to communicate as much as we like to, each of us being busy in our own respective trade, it's good to see that if you have that, people who have that mind state, and it's that easy. Like you just talked about the mindset you had. The people you have that mind state, it's that easy to start winning. I mean, like right now, like to be like, you know what, heart right, I'm about to go win. Because like if you fall into a slump where you're feeling like, oh man, life is this and that, and then you start to let that control what you're gonna do tomorrow, then it only makes sense for a domino effect to keep on going. I talk about, when we get together, we talk about winning because that's what we want to do. That's what we want to manifest. So to see it actually come into play right now, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 years later, it's like, it don't surprise me, because this, even like right now, this Y.O.W, we're going to look back from now and be like, okay, and it ain't going to surprise us then, because we're going to look back from now in 5 years more. Like I said, we're going to keep on winning and keep on winning. That's why the Year of Wins can't just be a 2020 thing, 2021 thing. And remember when you first told me, I said doubt. I was like, decade of wins. You remember that? I was like, decade of wins. Decade of wins. And we keep on going, because the year, and it's great that it's the beginning of the year. Right. It's great that it's the beginning. It's January, because for most people, I give people a fresh start. For me, I said I want to start working out. It's a fresh start. But the years and the years of wins. It's the years of wins. Right. It's starting right now, the next day, and that's in that mindset. I'm gonna win tomorrow. Right. I'm gonna win this year. I'm gonna win next year, and the year after that, because what else is there? Right. No losses. Ain't no losses. No losses, man. When we get together, Brett, that's all we talk about. So what that's telling me is that you gotta stay around like-minded people. You gotta stay around people who are winning. You can't be around cats who ain't in that same mind state. Because if you are, then domino effect. You know what I'm saying?
You are who you hang out with.
Yeah. And they are who they hang out with. So it's like, you want to be the one, like, you know, I've always wanted to be the one that people can look to, people can depend on. It was taught to me early to be that kind of person, you know, and in that, people who are losing want to come to you and learn how to win. You know, they want to figure out the recipe. They want to figure out, you know, and they look at you and say, "Oh, Dave must be winning, man. He got this, he got that, he got the shot." You know, I can have none of this stuff and be winning, brother.
Sure. Right.
You know, like I said, I was winning on my porch.
Right.
On my porch. You know, now I'm gonna sit here and say it hasn't been things in my life that have set me back, but like I said earlier, even when I was sitting in that room with Mac Moore, rest in peace, and he was telling me you was fired. I said that was a win. I learned, you know. So it's like everything that happened in my life, even in that moment that it was happening, I didn't realize what it was, but it was a win. It was setting me up for the wins now.
Man.
Preparing me for the favor that I was going to receive later. Man. You know, preparing me for the blessing that was coming. Right. You know, preparing my mind to be ready for it. You know, because one thing that you got to remember that the wind could be in front of you. The wind could be within arm's reach. But if your mind not ready, the mind state not there, then it will blow past you. Yeah. You know, you can have the opportunity right in front of you, the chance. You know, Howard could have came to me and said, "Dave, when you ready?" And I'm like, "Ooh, well, I wasn't expecting that, Howard." Right. Then nah. I was like, nah. I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. You know, it's like the mind state, man, is so important that it's easy to lose. It's easy to lose. Right. But it's easy also to grasp. It's easy also to wake up and say, you know what, today is gonna be the day that I'm gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's gonna be hurdles, you know, and that's why they got hurdles. That's why you race for hurdles. You know, you gotta jump over hurdles. You gotta do that. But it's gonna prepare you for that finish line. Right. And you know, we were saying earlier, you know, just like the drive, the motivation, you gotta reach out to people like Rand. Reach out to people that you build a brotherhood with, that surrounds you with greatness, man, because if you don't, then you, in those times when you on that hurdle, you might need that little push. You got to reach out to somebody like Rand. You know, you got to reach out to somebody that's winning. They say, "Yo," you know, and he gonna be the one to say, "Yow." You know, and it's that easy. To be honest, like it's that easy with me and Rand now, because I can hit him and he can sense it, and he'll just come with something, and I'll be like, "I'll catch you later, brother. I'll see you next week." Hey. That's all I needed. You know, and that doesn't mean I lost. That doesn't mean I lost my nothing. It means that I was around people who were great. Right. And I can rely on them to keep me in the speed, keep me pushing, keep me winning. Right. You know, so you got to build that brotherhood. You got to build yourself around. And actually, you know, and this is a confession that even in my barbering, right? You know, I have clients, I get new clients, walk-ins. I love them. You know, but I built a brotherhood of cats that I really enjoy being around. You know, that I really enjoy cutting. You know, those have become my loyal clientele. I mean, talking about like 20 years, because I enjoy the time we have in this chair. Yeah. You know, I built a brotherhood of cats that I enjoy talking with about winning. None of these cats that I'm talking about in this brotherhood that I built are losing. Zero. Zero. You know, and I can list names. And these cats, when I say it, they're going to know who they are. Right. You know, because when you walk in the shop, what's up? To the cat that you know is also in the same brotherhood. Right. So you got to build that fraternity of people around you, or sisters or brothers, whatever you want to. Right. Get people around you who are great, like-minded. Right. You know, that want to win. And, you know, and if you can't get that, do it by yourself. Do it by yourself. Hit the ground 10 toes down and start winning. Yeah, you know, I can't tell you no other way. There is no recipe. There is no cheat code. It's all about mind state. And I was telling you this earlier when we were talking about what we were going to talk about. I was like, you know, bruh, it's not. You asking me what I can tell you to how I can tell this person how to. What can I explain to win? And I can't. It's about them deciding that day if they want to win. Exactly. And you can't force them. Right. It can be lined in front of them. You know, but you got to decide in your mind, in your heart, that you're gonna take whatever passion, whatever talent, whatever God-given gift that you got, and you're gonna win. Exactly. You know, that's what I did. You know, that's what continues to drive me. Continues to teach my boys that they're gonna continue to win. You know, my fiance, you know, I continue to tell her we're gonna win because we hit the feet running. We hit the ground running.
You know, one of the great things that I love about the dialogue right now, man, is that you giving a wealth of information, man, and not only are you giving information, but you're being very inspiring and you're motivating people, and that is the reason why I started the podcast in the beginning. I started on Spotify and through Anchor, right, and going to Apple Podcasts, and like I was like, you know, I'm gonna teach people how to win. And I was just like, what better way to give people information about wins and to just talk about how I grew up, the things that I've been through, and the journey that I'm on, the wins that I've had along the way, right? And how I continue to win. And so I felt like it was important for folks to have a platform to get vulnerable like you are, man, being very transparent, because you really keep your camp small and you don't really talk a lot about yourself. You know what I mean? And for you to get on here and be vulnerable, it shows me that much more about you knowing the importance of inspiring and each one teach one, right? And giving, passing it along so that somebody else can see that, just because they see the shop come in, and it's all nice and painted. So they didn't see the shop back in the day when it wasn't all nice up and still more to come, right? We walk in now, we see all the pictures, we see the Get Sharp apparel and stuff, but they don't know what thought and what process went through that before you had that, man. And so you see, look, man, I'm glad. Look, hey, I'm glad fruits right now. Yeah, definitely. Hey, fall off and fall, but look, I got something, right? And I'm still gonna keep winning. The reality around it all is too, man, is that I really appreciate that even though I'm Y.O.W and I'm winning, there you got people around you that are winning to remind you of why you started that, right? Yeah, you got people around you that's gonna remind you why you started your shop. I sit in your chair and I leave with a great cut. And mind you, people be like, dang, I'm over here like, I got the cut and I got inspired. And I'm fired up. And wait, let me not get a ticket smashing out of here because I'm so fired up. Yo, be real.
For real. I wouldn't even call it vulnerable, man. You know what I'm saying? I would just say, I'm being myself. Anybody who really knows me knows who I am. Now, if you don't know me, it's because I rarely go on social media and show who I am. It's about, I'm too busy cutting, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
too busy winning.
I really am too busy winning. And I go home and I'm on my first job, which is my kids. Right. So, but this is me to you, this is me to them, this is me to people in the shop, and this is me to the world saying that, be yourself, man, and continue to have the drive to win, man, because nobody can push you harder than yourself. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can get behind you more than yourself. Nobody can support you more than yourself. Nobody can inspire you more than you can inspire yourself. It's you have to believe, and man, like it's like I said, you're gonna have your times, because I've had so many times, man, so many struggles, so much adversity, but I don't glory in those. I do glory because they taught me the tribulations that got me to where I'm at right now. But those are not considered losses; they're considered lessons and hurdles and curves to my path, man. It keeps on going. It don't stop. Just like I said, we in pandemic right now, bro. We in pandemic right now, and I'm not supposed to be in the shop. I got the light on and everything, bro. We winning. Right. It's like, and even as a small business owner, and it goes out to any small business owner out there, any entrepreneur out there, man, who's struggling right now and trying to find a way out of no way. You know what I'm saying? And looking at it like it's over. They want you to believe that this is going to cause you to go to it's over, to lose. It's not. It's the opportunity to win. Right. It's the opportunity to use this to and most people like I talk to who have been in this time, in this pandemic right now, in this shelter at home, most, like I said, I surround myself with number winners. So most of them right now have used this time to think about more wins. Right. I have. I know I have. It's been a blessing. You know, I may not be cutting. You may not be getting this. You may not be getting the interaction with people that I really do enjoy on a day-to-day basis. But I've been in the lab though.
Right.
You know, I've been at the drawing board.
Right.
I've been back drawing again, man. I've been back drawing again, man. I've been back to putting this blueprint together.
Hey.
I've been back trying to think of another plot, another plan to make this happen because it ain't like you can just, like I take it back. I said jump up and say you're gonna win. That don't mean that you're gonna win. That you gonna just because you get in the mindset. You gotta put your work in.
Right.
You gotta put your work
in, man.
And we fought from that earlier where I should have focused on that more, saying that you gotta put your work in. Right. Like you know, and the reason why you don't see me is I'm putting that work in.
Exactly.
My fiance will tell you, when I go home, I'm up all night putting work in. You know, and I'm thinking of ways to win, more wins, more blessings, more businesses. You know, and it ain't really about more money because the money shit is fake anyway. You know, it's about winning, mentally winning, and reaching what your goal is and winning. This ain't my goal. This ain't my finish line right here. This ain't this is really just the beginning. Right. It's really just the beginning. And when I thought going back when I was younger, I looked at when I first got with Mamal, I thought that was the finish line. Right. I was like, ooh, I made it. You know what I'm saying? I made it. You know, but then start thinking about winning. How can I, and more of it, and I started winning, and being someone who has been blessed and favored, you also, people think that you're winning, like that life is just a win for you, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to say like I'm just like but to say people the perception is that there is no struggle to get to where you got. Right. I put that work in. I put that work in, bro. I'm talking about that work in. I'm talking about like I bled this block every day. And Cass can tell you that I was the first one here and the last one to leave. I'm talking about for years straight. Man. You know what I'm saying? Years straight, making folks mad, making folks mad because I wasn't coming home. Right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until I had kids till I realized I had to come home. Right. So I had my fiance, I got to come home with my family. Right. Before after I was bleeding this block, man, putting that work in. That's what it's gonna take to win. And you can't forget that. You can't, people win lotteries. You get opportunities where it's like, ooh, how you get that? But that don't mean he gonna win with it. Right. It can fall right into your lap and you don't win with it. But the ones who fought for that, who trusted that process and put that work in, they know what this win about. They know what it feel like.
The great one of the things I also too have to say is the lessons. And one thing I was trying to emphasize, people talk to me about the podcast and they want to be on it or whatnot. And I'm like, the caveat is that you can't talk about losing because you're not a loser. Anything that you felt, you lost wasn't for you, right? And mind you, if it wasn't for you, the hope is that you learn from it. If you're learning lessons, that means you're winning because when you learn something, you're winning, right? So I'm just grateful, man, that, you're dropping a lot of, bro, we got a whole hour on this thing where you're dropping so many gems, dog. And what's so powerful about it, man, is not only are you speaking from entrepreneur positioning, you're speaking from fatherhood, you're speaking from being a man who about to be married, man. Yeah. You're speaking from brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? And you got lineage around it, yo. Like, and for me, like, you gotta understand, like, I look up to you. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate who you are as a man, as an entrepreneur, as a brother, right? And as a father, right? And then also too, to be able to be someone that's gonna be able to witness you have a union, bro. Like, that's a beautiful thing, man. And you're doing it across the board and you're modeling something for Black men. That's another episode we're gonna have about winning as a Black man, right? You're doing that right now, bro, that a lot of people aren't touching on. You're completing the circle of what a union look like, creating family, husbandry, fatherhood, entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? All those different things, and those are wins, right? So what I will say is this, man, as we start wrapping it up, there is this question that I want to know, man. I mean, you kind of touched on it a little bit, right? But you got the sons, got the fiance, you got the amazing shop, right? And I know that we never arrive. We just always get better and we keep winning, right? What's next? what's next for David Harper? Because we know Get Sharp, we know Sharp Images, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's next? I gotta know. And, hey, and maybe it's a situation where we going fishing or something, you know what I'm saying?
It's some of it's classified, some of it's not. You know what I'm saying? But what I can tell you is that pandemic won't stop us.
Hey.
COVID won't stop us.
Nah.
We're about to pull up on you.
Hey.
About to pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? We're about to pull up on you. You know, and Sharp Images mobile hair care gonna be, you know what I'm saying? You know, what I can't, and we aiming for like March, April.
Okay.
You know, but when we pull up on you, you know, and you're gonna see us pull up and you know,
hey.
We jumping out. Sharp Images jumping out, ready to cut you on the spot, man. So you know, that's the short term win. You know that I got in store 2021. Beyond that, man, rest is classified, man. But it's big though. Hey, I'll never stop thinking. Hey. I'm going home to work tonight.
Hey.
I'm going home to work tonight, man. You
Me
know,
too.
And Rocky will tell you, man, like it's not. I ain't got time to really bullshit right now. To really stop. You know what I'm saying? Time waits on no man. Anybody from the hood, they know that quote. They know when we got short time on this planet. The stats is high. You know what I'm saying? It ain't looking good, especially in times like now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta put that work in.
Right.
I put that work in, man. And, you know, and if you don't, if you fall asleep, wake up and put that work in.
That's
Hit
real.
the ground running.
That's
you
real.
Know, your wins, man. Yeah. I want everybody to if you're listening, watching, to just say yow.
Yeah.
When Rand told me, I was like, yeah. And like, you know, and I knew it was going to become a household thing. I knew it was.
Yeah,
I knew it was. You know what I'm saying? Because this it's something that we all need to grasp. Need to grasp that feeling that it's in the mind, man. We got to win, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Regardless of what you're going through, whatever the world dealt the cards you even got, it's on you to win. You know, and I think Rand, you're doing a great job, man, on motivating people to do that.
Man.
You know, in your whole way and walk through life, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. You are a blessing to be a friend and a brother, man. Don't start crying, man. But you are a blessing, bro. Much love for you, man. This is our year. You know, we're gonna win, continue to win, continue to push, continue to support each other, continue to stay brothers, man, and you know, motivate the masses. You know, that's what we're here for, bro.
Well, from one great brother, great father, great amazing person to another, right?
Yeah.
And from you saying it to another, right? I really appreciate you giving me your time, man, because like you said, I need an ROI on my investment, you know, return on my investment, man. We can't get time back. It's finite, right?
Yeah.
So I'm grateful that I could spend this much time being able to get this information, because not only is it your platform, but you're also putting back into me, man. And I'm so fired up for the next episode that I'm gonna be doing, man, because of the information that you're giving me now, man. Let alone making sure that I put some nails up instead of some duct tape next time, right?
Come on, right. I see it. It's all good. I got some nails in the back. Right?
We gotta start somewhere. We gotta start somewhere, man. Hey, but look, man. Hey, hug the baby boys, hug the wifey, man. You know, I appreciate you. I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I find it a privilege that you've been my first interview, man, and it's to start to many more, bro.
Thank you.
So, hey, check this out. If you dialed in on this Y.O.W podcast, just know we got more to come, right? Be about that Y.O.W. We got our website we're about to drop. We got a new logo. It sets the compass to more wins to come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, just want to say great night to you all. Remember, you're a winner. You never lose. You got to get yourself in a position to know that you are always winning. David Hart, Get Sharp, Sharp Images. Appreciate you, my brother. We signing off. Yeah.